Okay, this is a review on a 2025 Honda Pilot Elite. Alrighty. Yep, 2025 3-row seating. I don't like this. It's hard to get used to. Downhill driving, mountain, like it applies the brakes for you when you go downhill. Auto off, which is I always drive. That shuts the car off. And if you're at a stoplight, but that will kill your battery and kill your starter. Brake hold, which is you put this on if you're at a stoplight, and you could just once you stop, you put your foot off the brake and the car will stay in stop, but you got to have the brake hold light on. That's parking brake, two separate things. To release the brake hold, you give it gas and then the brakes will release. Okay, and show you the air conditioner display, all the apps that it has a bunch of safety features, all the way around mirror. Again, this is my mother's car. Let's put this sucker in reverse. And that's what she sees, all around view. She could see what's in the garage. She could see what's behind her. But this has cameras all the way around and warns you and everything. All right, let's go. Let's see, show you what it looks like. As a matter of fact, if I was to pull up to here, let me show you an example. This will stop because it won't it'll detect. You hear that? See? Not even my car has that when you come inside the garage. So it's detecting. It won't stop it. I thought it would, but it doesn't stop it. But that's one good thing. If you're parking in a garage and you don't know how far you are, then you can do that. And then see, it tells you right there where you're close at. You see how the wheels are turning? This is literally telling me what the inside of my garage looks like. Plus I'm getting the back angle of everything. The mirrors do fold in when the car is off. And again, this car has cameras all around. So, and I'm gonna take it to get washed and vacuumed. Yep. And again, you don't just rely on that, but that's just for people that want to see. A lot of times I get people that drive off my driveway, and look how this just helps. Literally, someone that is elder. See, and it's letting me know that Bubba is next to me, and it's probably letting me know I'm at the edge of the thing. So that's the view that you get. See? It's telling me about my ditch and everything. Alrighty. Then when you put it in drive, of course, it goes off. Something else that you do notice is that, you got the speedometer and everything here. But if you look at the window, you can't even see it through here. You see it right there? You get the speed on the window as well. And it'll tell you the speed limit. It does have the stay in your lane assist, where the wheel will shift you over. I think it has the warning. See, there's the warning there to let you know. I think she has the sound off. Don't know why, but mine's I normally have the sound on. A lot of people turn their safety features off because of those reasons, but me, I want all my safety features on my vehicle. I want it to let me know when I'm crossing the lane. I don't care how annoying it is, and then it'll slightly, see, turn it back. It tells you when your brake lights, when I step on the brake lights. So if I had a brake light bulb out, that would tell me which bulb is out. And a lot of people don't pay attention, see? When I let go of the brake, a lot of people just let that go. It does have an eco mode. Let me see where the modes are. It does have a normal mode. It does have a sport mode. It does have a, okay, then the button there. It does have a snow package. It does have a trail mode. This is an all-wheel drive. It has a sand mode, and it has a tow mode, so if I'm pulling a trailer. But we keep it on eco here. It does have a pretty good pickup. Me personally, it's a little big for me. I'm used to small cars. Again, in eco mode, it's gonna save gas. When you change the different modes, that's what changes the different RPM. So if you're in a tow mode, it's gonna raise the RPMs up higher than the eco mode. So it's gonna be stronger and even faster. When it goes into a snow mode, it brings down the RPMs, and then it adjusts all the wheels to let it know which side is slipping. It applies brake to each individual area to keep it from slipping. And then again, it's an all-wheel drive. When you do drive down the hills, like when we go to the Smokies and Bubba, we hit the downhill mode, and as we're going downhill, it would apply the brakes for us so that we're not continuously burning out the brakes going downhill. Other than that, it's got the basic volumes, the other buttons. It has heat warming steering wheel as well. It's got the anti-traction, open up the trunk as well. Okay, I'm getting ready to go inside the car wash. Normally on my car, I would have to go out there and pull those in. But this here has a button. And this button, what it does, it brings in the mirror. So when you go for your car wash. All right. If you are not a Mr. Car Wash person and you don't have an annual pass, my mother's credit card declined, okay? I don't know why it declined. But because I am a member of the Mr. Car Wash, see, it's just telling me all the warning signals, which is everything that's coming around there. Because I am a member of Mr. Car Wash and not in my vehicle, they friggin' went to my account and put this wash through my account. So you don't even have to be in your vehicle to get your car washed. You just have to be in a vehicle to get the car washed and it be used on your account. Door mirror folded. See, all the things are going crazy now because, like I said, it's just a car wash doing its thing. And because I have the full wax and everything, she should get the full wax and everything. So just remember, Mr. Car Wash, that's where you want to go to. That's the other thing. You can't put this in gear unless you put your brake on. I don't like that because it's a push button. It won't let me put that button in gear unless I had the brake on. Son of a gun. All right, let's take it over here, get a vacuum. Let me show you the rest of the features that it does have. And this is a full moon roof because, again, this is a because this is a 3-seater, so you have just for the screen, and that just takes that all the way back. And that's a full one. It even goes further than what my car does because, again, this is a 3-seater in the back. And then it does have the functions of going all the way back, of course, and I think only one window goes back. So you got the sunroof, and then you got the thing, you got the glasses that you can put here with an extra mirror. A lot of time people use these mirrors is like, you know, to see yourself, see what you look like with the glasses and everything. Of course, you got the door lighting on and off, all LED lighting inside the car. Now the seats are programmed so that when my mother gets in the car, this seat will go to her position. I can move the seat back, forward, whatever I want to. And then when it shuts off, this seat will go back. And then when it starts again, it will go back to her position again. So you can never mess the seats up. These seatings have air conditioning and heating. I don't know where the button is on that, but the seats do have air conditioning and heating in the seats. Then you have that, pretty roomy in here as well. And rear seat settings, see rear settings, rear lock. Oh, there it is. That's for the heating. And then that's for the air conditioning for the seats. Okay, that's what the back looks like here. Don't mind a little bit of mess there. So they've had this for a few days. I've been wanting to do this review. It has Bose speakers as well. Let's go to the hood and see what kind of motor it got. That's how you set the seating. Seating 1 for one person, seating 2 for the next person, and you set them. Once you hit set, those seatings will always come to, and then you say like, hey, that's me, that's somebody else. This is the motor setup. This is a 3.5. So it's got to be a 6-cylinder. That's the gas economy. Everything looks pretty easy. I like that this is up here because on a lot of the cars, it's down there. And when it rains, it sucks the water in. When you drive through a puddle, this way here, it doesn't thing. So that means the air would come through your hood and give to cool down your carburetor. Battery's right back there. Looks like you might have to take this air box off here to get to it. I don't know what that is. That can be, can't remember off the top of my head. There's the computer. This has got to be something here to get to the plugs. Probably have to take that off. This is probably gets to the valve covers. No, there's the valve covers. That's the fuel injector. So I am guessing that's the electric power steering. Yeah. I am guessing. Well, no, that's the spark plugs there. So that's the spark plugs there. It's a lot of little work to get to that. There's the oil. That's the oil. I don't see no transmission thing, so this might be a sealed transmission. So that's what you're looking at there. Woo. A lot of work. Reliable cars, Hondas, but a lot of work to thing. Make sure your car comes with one of these. A lot of people, they don't pay attention because this is the engine cover. Make sure you always have an engine cover. But one of these is what happens, the heat. This keeps the heat in here, but it keeps the heat from beating on your hood and the top of the hood painting. The paint will peel because of that. That's the airflow that goes in as well. So that's what you're looking at as the engine. Not bad, but you do have to do a little work to get to it. That's the overall. Got fog lights. It's got the camera and the sensor. All these little things that you see like this is our sensors. Somewhere underneath here, it has where you can open up the trunk. I don't know where it's at, but somewhere here you can open up the trunk. Again, this is an Elite Pilot, all-wheel drive. It opens up the back. You can adjust the height of that there. That can go higher or lower. They only want it that high because the garage isn't that tall, so that would smash there. And you see you can have the button there that when you walk away from the car, see, maybe that's what it is that it's not, I didn't have it programmed and set. It has a lot of USBs, and I'll show you that when I pull this out here. Let me see if this will close if I walk away. Nope. I don't know what it does, I'll be honest with you. Or maybe that's something to, I don't, oh, it's closing right now. Okay. If I press this on, this will close. But it's in a couple of minutes, or a minute or so, it will close on its own because I'm walking away from the vehicle. And let me see if I can catch it. There it goes on its own. Again, this is an all-wheel drive. That's the spare tire is underneath here. I don't know. Oh, the spare tire is going to be underneath the vehicle. I don't like that. You can move this out to put stuff longer or have it in pieces. So this is very roomy here. Center seat storage. This is, oh, you got all the jacks and everything in there as well. Okay, this is storage for center seat. That tells you about how the seats go back. Everyone's got a cup holder. All right, let me get this vacuum and then we'll get the seats in the back there. Again, a lot of battery chargers. Push button to push their seat up if you're sitting in that third row seating. So you don't have to wait for someone to think. But they're very big. Alrighty, going into here. That's to bring the seat up. Sorry for the noise. To bring the seat up there. So you can lay this all flat there. Now this rope here, because if you're in the back over there, you could pull that rope to lift the seat up. And there's your third row seating. And then you put this there. And there you have your third row seating. Plenty of room in the back here for feet and leg room. But that's your third row seating. Auto air for the back. You guys can do what you want. This even has a plug. Wow, haven't seen that. But this has a plug, so you can plug in a TV, a cooler. Again, back seats have their own heating, but not air conditioning. Okay? Got the thing in here, pouches, very roomy. All right, let me get this vacuum, guys. But that's what you're looking to tell you. Another feature this car has here, if the shade is too strong for the kids, each back window has a shade. So each back window has a shade. I don't know if the window comes down with that because I have it off, but each back window has a shader. Okay? A lot of cups, a lot of spaces, and everything. Now this center console does go up. I'm sure there's a button somewhere around here. Oh, here we go. Okay, hang on. So that does go up there. So it's easily 3 to 4 people back here, or they would say 3. And then you would have 2 in the back. And then of course 2 in the front. And the only reason I say you can have 4 people in the back, even though this is a 3-seater. So because you got kids and certain laws, you got to have them in a belt. So that's good, plenty of room there. And that's what it looks like fully when you're sitting with the middle down. And then of course, we'll see what trunk space it has up there. Trunk space is pretty good, pretty decent for shopping bags only. If you have a big family, like something like with that there, it's gonna be difficult to put in here. And then if I want to bring it down, I pull that, and then with, oh, it looks like it lays back too. Hang on, let me see. The third seats do incline way back. So you're not sitting straight up. You have some, look how much room you have there for your cup holders and everything. So you definitely, that does recline back. You don't have to sit that straight up. Now look at that room. That is easily 2 people and a kid that you can put a mattress here and lay down and go boondocking. That is easily, even with my size weight here and BB here, we can sleep comfortably. Just imagine 2 skinny people, 3, 4 kids, you put a mattress back here and you're boondocking. Amazing room. And this does recline as well. Hang on. Look at the incline you have on that chair. Now these tires, they are 29th week of 2025. So they're this year. The size, these are Bridgestones. These are the wheels that come with it. All-wheel disc brakes. 255, 50, 20. So these are 20-inch tires on this vehicle. Overall of the vehicle, so far it's nice, it's big, it's roomy. Definitely bigger than our Tucson. Oh, I gotta put the mirrors out because I did have them in personally. Another thing I want to show you, I put this in reverse and I'm gonna open up my door. Oh, hang on. Oh no, it didn't do it. Okay, hang on. That should have stopped it. So I put it in reverse, drive, and I open my door. No, something's off. That thing's supposed to go into park when you, yeah. That thing is supposed to stop the vehicle. All right, I'm gonna have to look at that because it did do it to me before. Because supposedly that's one of the reasons why I did not get that push button there. Because I did not like that if I got out the vehicle and I forget to put that in park, will the vehicle go without me? So that was my main concern. So let me see what I'm doing wrong here. But there is something that you can't. All right, there's some things I do like about this. Again, I don't know if I mentioned it. It starts off at $58,000. This is definitely more than $58,000 for this package here. But what I don't like is that feature. For some reason it's not working now. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but at least I know in the Hyundai, if you got off the seat, that would go into park immediately. It did do it one time for me, maybe because I was in the garage and it was sensing something in front of me, but I don't know. Let me show you the outside and the video and let me know what you think about this 2025 Honda Pilot all-wheel drive Elite. All right, I'm just going to show you the full outside of the vehicle. And that's what it looks like. If you're like me, let me know in the comments what you think of the vehicle. Me, I love my Hyundai. I don't know why that feature is not working. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe because I was in the garage and there was something in front of me. I don't know. Till the next one, guys. See ya.